What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another deep and penetrating episode of the Center Beacon. That's right, 2 adjectives to start off this show. 2 adjectives instead of 1. Special episode for me. It's my birthday. No big deal. I'm 172 years old today. I only feel, 95, 96 at most. You guys don't have to get me anything. I already got myself something. I bought a Lamborghini with all of this YouTube money that I've earned. It's a Matchbox car. It's not a real Lamborghini. I can't drive it unless I were incredibly smaller. Unfortunately, I'm too large to fit inside of it. But it is a Lambo, and I own it now. So, So I thought I'd share that. I suppose I should get on with what the show's about. We're talking about the new map prototype on test server 2.5.0. Finally got another new map to take a look at. I like it. So we're going to look in depth in this video exclusively at the map itself. Now, there have been improvements made to the weapons, the pulse weapon prototypes. I am going to cover that in a separate video. That's right, you're going to get 2 videos covering this weekend's test server because there's just too much goodness for one video. So, Han, old buddy, do you read me? Come in. Yeah, we're here on the ice planet of Hoth, and I think we're helping the Empire look for rebel shield generators so we can take down the energy shield protecting the planet. No, I'm kidding, that's a different game. We're actually just trying to get the size and shape and feel of this map. So I'm not really playing to win in these clips. You guys that comment and criticize my gameplay for test server videos, I love you all. Please bear in mind, I'm not actually trying to do anything other than show people that don't have test server or didn't have time to play it or whatever what's going on, what's new. I'm not trying to own pwn and dominate. Is that how you pronounce that? Is it pwn or pawn? I always say pwn, but I think it's pawn because that's where the word derives from. But regardless, this map. Let's go to the notes. Let me consult my notes. I have copious notes that I took. Number 1, aesthetics. The map is somewhat ugly. It's white and black. There are some hills off in the distance. A pretty neutral sky. Obviously, this thing's prototype. There's not a lot going on aesthetically to really knock your socks off. You can tell by looking at those structures. They're completely untextured. In my feedback that I submitted, I strongly recommended that they do a lot to make these structures, the sky. I'd really like to see this map pop. I'd like to see some active effects, like on power plant, the reactors like smoking and going critical and whatnot. I'd like to see them punch this up because doing a snow map, it can get kind of boring. A giant white blanket of snow, will they make it look like Yamantau where you can see some rocks and terrain beneath the snow? I don't know. But I'm hoping they punch this up graphically, aesthetically, to make this a little bit more fun to look at because it is a small map. There's really not a lot to see. You can see our spawn back there. That's the nearest beacon. You can see the tunnel that cuts directly to the other side of the map. Here would be one of our flank beacons. This map is mirrored, which is good, especially for high-level competitive play, which obviously, any of you guys that play this game at a very high level, we all know that fractional differences, in anything make huge changes to who wins and who loses. It really greatly affects the outcome. If you drop on Springfield and you get the bad spawn against a really high-quality team, you're almost guaranteed to lose. Shenzhen, believe it or not, there's a good spawn and a bad spawn. It makes a difference. So this one, you can tell that they kind of listen to some of the feedback of some of the top-end players and clans, and this thing is pretty much a complete mirror, near as I can tell. The beacons are mirrored. Each team starts with 2 on their side, and then, of course, there is the center beacon. I can't help myself. I was not going to do it. I told myself I wasn't going to do it. Don't say it. It's, it's dumb. You're being silly. I can't help it. It's too easy. So low-hanging fruit, that's what I'm all about. So this one, the battle you can see will rage over that center beacon there. You can see sits on top of that little building. That red beacon in the distance, that's like basically their spawn beacon that we have that's blue just to the right of my little Galahad there, or the galley as I like to call it. And the whole thing is pretty much a big mirror, so that's great for high-level competition. There is no bad spawn. Were no other spawn points either. There's where I'm spawning right here. Same thing on the other side, and I played several games. I never saw a different one, and I can't imagine with the size of this map, it's pretty small, that there would be any others. So this would really be a great map for some really highly skill-based play. Because everything is so dead even, because the map is small, because it's mirrored, this is really going to come down to who has the better players. Obviously, weapon and bot levels will be a factor. You know, if you're lower, you're at a disadvantage, but, you know, that's the nature of the beast. So I'm liking the general layout of the map. Spawn locations. Both ends there, you can see where I was pointing to the left a second ago, and then off to the right. You can work your way around to enemy territory going around both of those sides. Or you can cut right through the middle in that little tunnel right there. And in some additional clips that I have in this video, you'll see that. And here I'm going to kind of go around to the left. I'm going to get up on this platform, and you're going to get a look kind of over the entire map. And you can see there's that middle beacon I was telling you about, and that sits on top of the tunnel that I just showed you that runs underneath that both teams can cut through. This one runs transverse to the tunnel, and this is where you actually capture the beacon. So this is an interesting little area. I wasn't able to do it, but it looks like if you had a jumping robot, you could jump on top of this thing, you could jump over the, you know, to the other side, so on and so forth. And I also made some notes on some of the geometry issues, places with like griffins that I tried to jump to. I won't show you because it was embarrassing because I didn't make it. But I think that should be jump accessible to make this map a little more fun and interesting, especially since it is so tiny. So I'm just checking it out. I'm just over here. I'm peeping. I'm kind of up in the enemy's biz over here. This game is going to end here in a second, which means this clip will probably end. Oh, what's that? Oh, it is. It is. It's an ass shooter. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I got your signal. Okay, I'll see you at the party at 8 or whatever it was you were trying to tell me. But and of course I think that guy had like 3 Orkans that he promptly shot into my butt. So that was super annoying, and I think I even shortened that clip. It actually went on for longer. It started earlier. And I was like, honestly, bro, like, I mean, do you not watch my videos? Which he probably doesn't. Not many people do. But for those of you that do, you know that, ooh, we don't tolerate the ass shooter around here. Not at TCB, baby. The ass shooter, ooh, me no likey. Anyways, what am I doing? I am showing you basically the disadvantages of running a direct fire long range weapon on this map. Imagine trebuchets. You can see the tridents here. There are not a lot of lanes of fire. I mean, you can create some. You can certainly walk this thing to certain places. You can see that Ragin, for God's sakes, up there. I'm not sure. Is he running double Ansels? I can't tell. This screen's a little small. It's a preview window. But there are a couple spots. I mean, you can see this here. You know, I can reach out to that guy. You can kind of cover that approach. You can cover the, to my right there. Yeah, it's a double Ansel Ragin. Okay. Not really sure what you're up to, buddy, but, good on you for trying to protect your team, I guess. You can walk up this ramp, and I'm going to get on top of this thing here in about 20-25 minutes, and I'll be able to show you a similar view that I showed you with the Galahad earlier. You'll get to see the map. That's a little stalker over there. I kind of like, you ever see Lord of the Rings? Can I say that? Nobody will sue me, right? I mean, they don't even know I'm alive, but just in case, full credit to them. Lord of the Rings, they do that one where like the orc thing like grabs a bomb and then like runs it into like the wall, where there's just happens to be like this, it's like this 9,000 foot tall wall that goes for like 80 miles, and there happens to be a sewer grate like just in this one spot, and he runs it right into that thing and like blows a big old chunk out of the wall. That's what the stalker with these prototype weapons. See, like this sucker, he's still alive. I actually have to kill him. I thought he was dead, and then I turn around and I'm like, oh geez, this guy's still here. That's what that reminds me of. The stalkers and the Gepard. That's right. Just deal with it. The Gepard, there he is, off to the left. like a little suicide bot. You know what I mean? Run in there, detonate those bad boys, and you can really deal a lot of damage. Now, again, I will cover the weapons. The weapons had their damage and range strangely increased. I will cover that in a separate video. This is all about the map. Here we're on the right side of the map, and this is the other way that you see you can work around and to get into enemy territory if I can get past this damn Lancelot here. So there's a little berm here, which briefly defilated me from his fire. And if you don't know what that word means, you can go to my Facebook page and I'll define it for you. But basically makes it so he can't hit me and I can hit him. So, and then over here again, I'm not really playing, I'm exploring. I'm just like, hey, Reds, don't see me over here. I'm just peeping out your stuff. Just trying to get an idea that, the map was indeed a mirror. Can you get around over here? And it looks like you can. What all can you do? Where can you get to? That's what I'm up to here. Yep, aphids won't go over that wall, so I did that intentionally to show you that that wall is solid, and aphids indeed will not fly over them unless you get a little bit further back, possibly, or some more elevation. I think this map is really going to favor indirect fire weapons. In another clip, I don't know if it made it, I can't remember if it made it under this one, I ran spirals and hydras on the Griff. Not too bad at all because they go up over top of all of this stuff. Aphids are a little more challenging to get over those walls, especially when you're close. They're fairly tall. You got the snow berm there as well. Here I'm just showing you like what it's like, hey, jump in a stalker and go grab 2 beacons quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I'm just motoring. My little green stalker, it's like a lizard thing or an alligator or something. Got my aphids, and I'm just snagging beacons. This is already right here. This is 10 times as many beacons as I normally get pretty much in any game. And you can see my absolute lack of experience with the stalker, where I like to pop the stealth after they shoot me because I'm like, I find it taunts the enemy that way. Like I'm not even going to use it. You're not even worth my stealth, fool. I'm not even going to use it, Here comes another little suicide bot, this time coming from the red team. He gets blowed up pretty good there, but manages to break my legs. And even a hamstrung stalker is still pretty quick, and I'm still really just kind of trying to peep out the map and take a look and everything. I like this map because I feel like they kind of listened to us and they were like, hey, can we get something that favors brawlers? I think this is a pretty good map for brawlers. A lot of close range CQB type action, close quarters battle. Again, check my Facebook page, I'll define it there. And here's me missing badly with aphids. The docks are quick. So he walked right out of most of that splash damage. But, his name's Yeti Fart, so he can't be that bright. I'll catch up to him here and make him pay. There he misses. Or I suppose I missed. He didn't miss. He did what he was supposed to do. I missed again. But, yeah, we'll make him pay. Sooner or later, Yeti Fart. Yeah, so... It also favors these new pulse weapons, and I feel like in my feedback, and I'll get into more detail in the other video covering the weapons specifically. I'm not crazy about the fact that they increase the range and the damage. I don't really want it to become like Bubble Wars 2017, where you're just getting zapped, left and right. So you can see I'm stealing their little beacon there, and. So that was enemy territory mirroring our spawn that you saw in the earlier clips. So I like the map. So kudos to Pixo for the map. I think it's going to be fun. That is it for this. I hope you got a good enough look at the map. And in the next video, I will cover the changes to the new pulse weapons. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. As always, I will see you next time at the Center Beacon.